Do you want to see what a sack of potatoes looks like when it's running on a treadmill? Well, when you're done marveling at how I'm able to stay upright while continuously looking as though I'm about to fall over, take a look at my arm. And what you'll see is this, the COOSPO armband heart rate monitor. This is the HW9 version. And I've been using it for a good few months, and to be honest, it's really good. Now, if you ask most Facebook groups or internet forums what heart rate monitor to buy, most people are going to reply Polar or Garmin, with good reason. They're solid units, great readings, and they've been around for years. In fact, around about 20 years ago, if you wanted a heart rate monitor, all you really had as an option was Polar or Garmin. But over the past few years, lots of budget versions have come out that are really eating into that market and mean it's not quite as straight a choice of just going to Polar or Garmin. Which is why when COOSPO got in touch and sent me both their chest strap version and the armband version of the heart rate monitor and asked if I'd like to do a review, I jumped at the chance of trying to throw another name into the hat. And in fact, when it comes to the chest strap version, there's nothing to say about it. It just works. It's just as good as anything else you're going to use. It broadcasts out with Bluetooth and ANT+, which means you can connect to 2 different devices at the same time. It's comfortable, and the readings you get off it are exactly what you'd want. So if you're looking for a chest strap monitor and you don't want to pay Polar or Garmin money, then really take a look at the COOSPO, because it's a fantastic chest strap, all right? But when it comes to armband heart rate monitors, I know some people are still quite reluctant to use them in terms of accuracy, or will it stay up there on your arm, all that kind of stuff. So this is what I want to talk about in a little bit more detail today. So the main difference between this and a chest strap is that the chest strap picks up electrical signals from your heart, whereas this uses an optical sensor. That's these little green flashing lights, and that's how it's able to check your blood for your heart rate, and that's what gives you your reading. And I've been running, cycling, rowing, doing my high rocks training, pretty much everything wearing this over the past few months to really give it a proper shakedown. And the truth is, it's fantastic. It's rock solid, not just in the readings it gives me for my heart rate, but also how it sits up here on my arm. Case in point, I also have a MyZone Switch, okay? And this is it with its armband strap that you use to sit up at the top. And frankly, it's useless because the Velcro's so weak it just pops off mid-exercise, as shown in this video. There goes the MyZone. So I don't use this on my arm at all. I tend to just use it on my wrist instead. And in case you're wondering what wearing one of these on your arm is like when rowing, this was perfect for me. It absolutely matched the readout that I got from wearing a chest strap at the same time. Now, I know some people do still like to wear these on the wrist if that's an option. And this isn't really designed to go on your wrist, but you can kind of re-thread the strap to get it to fit in your wrist, which I did once, and again the readout was perfect. Now I know from a wrist-based sensor point of view, some people it just doesn't sit with well. I mean, an Apple Watch for me works perfectly, whereas some people it's about as useful as a chocolate watch. But this in its armband, which is how we're talking about, is a fantastic heart rate monitor. I cannot stress that enough. So onto the technical stuff then. I got round about 40 hours worth of use out of this before having to charge it up with its USB cable, which for me was much better than trying to fumble around my man drawer trying to find a 2032 watch battery. So that's a good tick for me. It connects to everything I want it to, okay? So it connects to Zwift, Exer, Strava, connected to my Concept 2, to my water rower, to my Averon, and surprisingly, it also connects to the Polar Beat app. I really did think that Polar would only use their own heart rate monitors for that, so if you do like just an external app on your phone, it's likely that this is going to connect to that as well via Bluetooth. And that said, the Bluetooth, it has dual broadcasting Bluetooth and ANT+ as well, so you're able to connect it to multiple devices at the same time. But that does bring me on to the one thing that I'm left a little bit wanting for, and maybe it's because I'm spoiled by the MyZone. It saves your heart rate data to the unit itself for you to transfer later. And what that does is it releases you from having to carry your phone with you everywhere. So if you want to go out for a run and you don't want to take your phone, because the MyZone will save that data to the unit itself, then you can do that. But with the COOSPO, it has to remain connected to something in order for that data to go somewhere. So if you're going for a big run, you have to take your phone with you in order to be able to save that data to look at it later. But if this is something that you're used to and you've always just done it that way, then this is perfectly fine. It's just like I said, I'm spoiled with MyZone, all right? So really that comes down to what I think of it. Would I recommend the COOSPO armband and the COOSPO chest strap version for use? And the answer to that is yes. Am I saying this just because COOSPO sent me them for free to review? No. Would I replace my MyZone with it? No. And I'll explain why in a future video when I talk about it, but it's basically just the community side and the motivation side that you get from this is why I continue to use this. But the truth is, I'm going to continue to use both of them at the same time, okay? So this one attached up on my arm and this one on my wrist, so I get the best of both worlds. So that's it, I'm done, review over, this is great, okay? So make sure to check out this channel for other reviews of stuff, but remember the whole point of this channel is actually the free RowAlong workouts, hundreds of them up here that you can row along to keep you motivated while working out on the rowing machine, all right? So thank you so much for watching this one, please take care of yourselves, be well, bye-bye.